In the shadowy corners of folklore, spine-chilling tales lurk that have the power to keep even the bravest among us awake at night. These are not just mere stories, they are urban legends, woven into the fabric of our culture, tales that have slipped through the cracks of time and have been whispered from one generation to the next. They are the echoes of our deepest fears, our anxieties manifested into tales of horror designed to thrill, to scare, and to serve as cautionary tales. Urban legends have a unique way of capturing our collective psyche. They instill a sense of unease, a thrill that is both terrifying and captivating. They are the ghost stories of the modern age, tales of the unknown that linger in the back of our minds, haunting us long after the tale has been told. Tonight we delve into the darkness and bring forth the top 5 urban legends that will surely give you the chills. At number 5, we present to you the unsettling tale of the black-eyed children. This eerie legend tells of mysterious children who appear from the shadows, their most chilling feature, eyes as black as the deepest night, void of any discernible pupils or irises. These are not your typical children lost or in need of help. The black-eyed children are entities of an entirely different and far more terrifying nature. Their modus operandi is as simple as it is unsettling. They show up at your doorstep or perhaps at the side of your car, their faces obscured by hoods or hats. They ask for help, for a ride home, or just to use your phone. Their voices, though childlike, carry an air of maturity and an eerie calm that belies their appearance. It's not their requests that chill the bone, but rather their black, soulless eyes that stir a primal fear deep within us. The stories vary, but one thing remains consistent: the overwhelming sense of dread that engulfs those who encounter them. It's a fear that taps into our deepest instincts, a fear of the unknown. What are these children? Where did they come from? What do they want? And most importantly, what happens if you let them in? There's something particularly unsettling about children in horror. Perhaps it's the juxtaposition of innocence and terror. Or maybe it's because children symbolize vulnerability, and these black-eyed beings exploit that to the fullest. They twist our protective instincts, our desire to help the helpless, into a trap that's seemingly impossible to escape. There are many speculations about their true nature. Some say they're aliens, others believe them to be demons, and some even suggest they're the souls of lost children trapped between worlds. But no matter the theory, the message remains the same: fear the black-eyed children. Remember, should you encounter these children, do not let them in. The 4th spot on our list takes us to Virginia, where the Bunnyman Bridge stands. This unassuming overpass carries with it a chilling tale that could make the bravest of souls quiver in fear. Our story begins in the early 20th century with the closure of an asylum in Fairfax County. During the transfer of inmates, one vehicle swerved off the road, and in the ensuing chaos, a patient escaped. His name was Douglas Griffin, but he would soon become better known as the Bunnyman. Griffin found refuge in the dense forest surrounding what is now known as the Bunnyman Bridge. As days turned into weeks, the local authorities found half-eaten rabbits strewn around the woods, a gruesome testament to the Bunnyman's survival tactics. But it wasn't just the wildlife that had to fear, for soon people passing near the bridge began to report terrifying encounters with a man dressed in a rabbit costume, brandishing a deadly axe. The fear factor here is not just the terror of the unexpected, but also the creepy persona of the Bunnyman. Imagine, if you will, walking through the woods when suddenly a man in a bunny suit appears, eyes gleaming with madness, axe glinting in the moonlight. The sheer absurdity of the situation only adds to the terror. The Bunnyman isn't a faceless monster lurking in the shadows. He's a deranged individual in plain sight, his motives as clear as they are horrifying. The legend of the Bunnyman Bridge has endured for over a century, a testament to the power of fear and the impact of an unforgettable character. Whether the Bunnyman is real or just a figment of collective imagination, his story continues to haunt those who dare to cross his bridge. The thought of encountering this bunny-suited madman is enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Cross this bridge at midnight if you dare. The 3rd spot on our list is reserved for the ominous Mothman, a chilling legend that has haunted the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The Mothman is a creature with a sinister reputation, forever tied to disaster and calamity. It's a tale that has been whispered around campfires, shared in hushed tones, and has even inspired a major Hollywood film. The Mothman is said to be a large humanoid creature, standing nearly 7 feet tall with piercing red eyes and enormous wings that can span over 10 feet. But it's not just the creature's unsettling appearance that sends shivers down our spines. It's the dread of disaster that the Mothman is said to bring. The first reported sighting of this terrifying creature was in November of 1966. 4 people were driving late at night when they saw a pair of hypnotic red eyes in the darkness. They claimed to have seen a large flying creature that followed their car as they sped away. From then on, sightings of the Mothman became increasingly common over the next 13 months. However, this wasn't just a case of a mysterious creature terrifying the locals. The Mothman seemed to be an omen of disaster. On December 15, 1967, the Silver Bridge collapsed, resulting in the tragic loss of 46 lives. This disaster took place just a stone's throw away from the first reported Mothman sighting, and just like that, the sightings stopped as abruptly as they started. This connection has led many to believe that the Mothman is a harbinger of doom appearing before catastrophes. It's this fear factor, this dread of impending disaster, that makes the Mothman Prophecies one of the most unsettling urban legends out there. So the next time you're out at night and you see a large shadowy figure in the sky, remember the Mothman Prophecies. The next time you see a large shadowy figure in the sky, you might want to brace yourself. Our runner-up is none other than the mournful and cursed crying woman. Delving deep into the realms of sorrow and despair, we find the tragic tale of the crying woman, an urban legend that sends shivers down the spine. This melancholic spirit is said to be the restless soul of a woman who, in a moment of madness or desperation, drowned her own children. Now she is cursed to wander the night, her sorrowful cries piercing the silence as she searches for her lost offspring. The crying woman, or La Llorona, as she is known in Spanish, is a terrifying figure, not for her appearance, but for the profound sadness she represents. Her story is a chilling narrative of regret and eternal punishment that resonates across cultures. The eerie cries that she emits are said to be an omen of misfortune, a spectral lullaby that forebodes doom. This urban legend taps into our deepest fears, not of the supernatural, but of guilt, remorse, and the irreversible consequences of our actions. The crying woman's tale serves as a grim reminder of the lengths to which despair can drive us, and the eternal torment that follows such tragic choices. The fear factor in this legend is not only in the spectral presence of the crying woman, but also in the haunting echoes of her lament. The mournful cries that ripple through the night are a chilling testament to her ceaseless sorrow, a sorrow that time cannot heal. Her cries in the night are a chilling reminder of a sorrow that never ends. And at the top of our list we have the faceless terror itself, the Slender Man. This chilling legend takes the form of a tall, faceless figure, often depicted in a black suit. His unnaturally long, slender limbs give him an eerie, inhuman appearance, a sight that sends shivers down the spine. The Slender Man is said to lurk in the shadows, preying on the unsuspecting, with a particular fondness for the innocence of children. The horror of this legend lies not just in his frightening form, but in his relentless pursuit of his victims. He stalks them, unseen, always present and always watching. The fear factor of the Slender Man is amplified by the unknown. Who is he? Where did he come from? What are his intentions? These unanswered questions create a sense of dread and unease that is hard to shake off. The fear of the unseen is a primal one, deeply ingrained in the human psyche. We fear what we cannot understand, and the Slender Man embodies this fear perfectly. The terror of the Slender Man is not just in his appearance, but in the relentless pursuit, the persistent presence, and the fear of the unseen. He's a manifestation of our deepest fears, a nightmarish figure that embodies the unknown. In the quiet of the night, if you feel a presence, it might just be the Slender Man watching and waiting.